Sports betting is everywhere. In the apps, in the ads, and in the broadcasts. And now, the scandals are catching up. An NBA player has already been banned for life for manipulating prop bets. A head coach and a current guard were just swept into a federal gambling probe. If that's happening in a league where players earn guaranteed millions, imagine the pressure in a sport where most pros barely break even. This isn't just a gambling story. It's a money and incentive story. Tennis is the perfect storm. Tiny paychecks outside the top, global travel costs, and a betting market built on micro events. If you don't pay players enough, they'll follow the money. Today, we map the incentives and show the risk. In 2024, Jontay Porter was banned for life from the NBA for manipulating his own player prop bets. He faked injuries, underperformed on purpose, and bet on himself to fail. In 2025, Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier are both tied to a federal gambling investigation. And yet, those same games are still brought to you by DraftKings and FanDuel. These guys already had money, so why risk it? Now hold that thought and look at tennis. Tennis is structurally vulnerable. One player can swing an entire match. Lower events have almost no broadcast coverage, making detection harder. And because tournaments are spread across dozens of countries, regulation is fragmented. The International Tennis Integrity Agency, which oversees corruption and betting offenses, has admitted the problem is the worst at the lowest levels, the ITF 15K and 25K circuits. Events where players earn the least are the easiest to corrupt. Betting platforms use live point-by-point data directly from these events. The same data fuels the betting markets in real time. So the system that powers tennis also feeds the problem. Top players like Djokovic, Alcaraz, and Sinner make millions each season. But outside the top 200, most players are losing money. At an ATP 250 event, a first-round loss pays about €6,000. In the NBA, the minimum salary is a guaranteed $1.27 million, and they still have fixing issues. Now imagine a futures or challenger player ranked 450 in the world. You offer them more money to lose one match than they'd make all year. That offer becomes a financial lifeline, not a moral dilemma. This isn't theory, it's already happening. Dozens of players have been banned in just the past 2 years, and the ITIA says most alerts still come from the lowest tiers, the same levels where players earn the least. And if these are just the ones we've caught, imagine how many slip through. If you don't pay players enough, someone else will. Incentives shape behavior. You can't legislate integrity without addressing economics. Banning gambling outright is unrealistic. Sportsbooks pour millions into sponsorships, and tournaments rely on that money. So the answer isn't to eliminate betting, it's to remove the incentive to cheat. Top players won't fix matches. The risk outweighs the reward. But for players outside the top 300, the line between desperation and dishonesty blurs quickly. You'll never stop every bad actor, but better pay, smarter rules, and real enforcement reduce the number of players who ever pick up the phone. And here's the other side of the problem: the culture of betting itself. As one player put it, that whole world was introduced a couple of years ago, and I don't think they took players into consideration. We don't benefit from any of the profits, but we have to deal with all the extra negativity and scrutiny behind the gambling. People don't even watch sports anymore. They just watch their parlays. Every missed serve or double fault becomes a reason for someone online to accuse you of fixing. The issue isn't that betting exists, it's how it's advertised. If we look at other vices, they aren't allowed to advertise nearly as brazenly as sports betting does today. We've built an environment where the same thing that can destroy lives is pushed harder than anything else in sport, and the impact is measurable. In a typical month, 46 cents of every dollar spent on sports betting came from people with a moderate to severe gambling issue. These numbers aren't background noise, they're the cost of fun. And because it's all done through an app, the friction between you and losing your money is almost non-existent. That is how normalized it's become. Sports betting isn't going anywhere. But if we want cleaner tennis, we have to fix the incentives. Pay players enough to say no, make the cost of cheating too high to try, and stop condemning players while plastering betting logos across every broadcast. Because right now, the house always wins, and the players are the ones left holding the losses. What are your thoughts on the uprise of sports betting as a whole? Let me know in the comments below.